And joining us today is a former USC and Pittsburgh quarterback. You can find him on X, Instagram, and live on TikTok every Sunday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Seriously, guys, the content that he pumps out on the socials, especially during the season, is just remarkable. The other day, he gave us a taste of the latest video out on YouTube where he dives into one question for every single Power Four quarterback. It was, stuff for the sickos out there. He's a current lead college football analyst at ESPN for the ACC network. Max Brown, welcome into the show.
What's up, fellas? I appreciate you watching that video. That was a beast to make, all 35 minutes of content. But if you're a quarterback hardo and a college football hardo, I'll put my rep on the line that you'll like that video.
All right, let's get into some win totals here. I'm going to start off in Chapel Thrill with the man we mentioned at the beginning, Mr. Bill Belichick. Obviously, the storied NFL coach, multiple Super Bowl championships. The win total for the Tar Heels is set at 7.5. I'm looking at the under here. I just think the amount of off-field distractions. First of all, I don't know. I'd be so shocked if we don't see Jordan on the sideline, calling plays for the defense or something like that. To me, it's very similar to, I know there's stuff behind the scenes and everything, but very similar to like Urban Meyer in Jacksonville, like kind of at least for his first season, like kind of trying to implement his system. And it just trying to talk to a college player and a professional player is a little different. I know nowadays, these guys are getting paid, so they're a little more on the professional side anyways, but I just think Belichick and the Patriot way, is it going to turn into the Tar Heel way? Like, they're rebuilding pretty much every position on the offensive side of the ball. Is it going to be Gio Lopez? Is it going to be Max Johnson? They brought in Gio Lopez from South Alabama. Like, he looks like he might have the edge, but, Johnson's got the seniority there. They lost Howard Sampson in the portal to Texas Tech. They lost first team all ACC guard Willie Lampkin to graduation. So rebuilding that offensive line. Bo Atkinson goes off in the transfer portal on the defensive line to Ohio State. Amari Campbell to Penn State. So these are guys that are going to CFP contenders and Big Ten contenders that they're losing off of this defense. They were just 6-6 last year. But I feel like you're paying a heavy tax and you're paying the Bill Belichick tax. And that's why they got it set at 7.5. I think people just automatically assume this guy's going to come in because he's in the ACC, and the national perception of the ACC, like you said, is kind of like, it's just a down conference. He can come in, he can run it. He ran the AFC East for years. Like, what's the big deal? But I think working against me, they have the easiest schedule in the conference, and they have the 5th easiest overall schedule in the Power Four, according to Kelly Ford. So I think even with that, K Ford has them underdogs in 5 games. Obviously, they got at Charlotte versus Richmond, Stanford at home. They all seem like wins. They got 2 Friday night games that are going to be tough. They got to go to Cal on a Friday night. They get Syracuse at home with Angeli, like you mentioned, on a Friday night. And then you get Clemson at home. You get Duke at home. And then at NC State to finish the year. It's just really hard for me to see 8 wins on this schedule.
I'm with you. Like you mentioned, the 2 things that stick out to me is super easy schedule. So that's 7.5 is most people's 8.5 probably. So that gives me the biggest concern, where there's really no one on this schedule outside of Clemson that really scares me. And honestly, this week 1 matchup versus TCU, like, that could very much set the tone for whether or not they cover, because TCU's middle of the pack, Big 12 team, capable quarterback, capable offense. Like, if the defense shows out, I might be like, okay, North Carolina's something. But I agree with you. I'll go the under as well. And it's largely because of that middle month where you're talking about Syracuse, Cal, Virginia. Like, those are teams. Virginia, like, if they don't win that game, that staff might get fired. Like, that might not be an exaggeration. Syracuse, I believe in what Fran Brown's doing. I do think they'll take a slight step back, because I think Kyle McCord was critical for them last year. But, like, that's tough. And then same with Cal. Like, if Cal at that point in the season, that could be a pivotal point to save that staff's job, which I love Justin Wilcox, and he's been great to me my entire life. I've known him since I was an 8th grader. But there's games that like seem easy on paper, but then when you got Bill Belichick coming to town, I think it makes the opposing team perk up a little bit more. You mentioned cross-country game on a Friday night. Berkeley's going to be rocking, and maybe North Carolina's slow to roll there. But questions on whether or not Bill Belichick's coaching style can translate. It's not only a different, people always pay attention to like NFL to college. To me, it's coaching. He established his foundation for the Patriots, coaching guys that are now 40 and 50 years old. It's an entirely different era of
Oh yeah.
kit. Like you literally can't get away with cussing a guy out and saying screw you kind of thing. Like that was his style. Like it was
Mhm.
my way or the highway. It was blunt. That's a different era of football entirely. So I'm hesitant on whether or not the style translate, and then hesitant on who that quarterback is. Again, in a conference that has a lot of known commodities at quarterback, even on teams that aren't necessarily, the best in the conference per se. Those two concerns have me taking the under on that.
Awesome, man. Guys, appreciate you guys listening, watching, tuning in. We're on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe, like the show, comment, follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok. We love the banter back and forth like you guys are giving to us here. We got, 10 days till season starts. So we're ever so close to college football. For Max Brown and Lance Barton, I'm Tyler Noe. Take care. Have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time.